Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Victoria 3 as Iberia. We started out as Spain. Last episode we started a little bit of a world war against Russia, and then France and Great Britain joined on their side, which was a bit scary, especially because we swapped over the PMs to planes, which we definitely should not have done, which made us very weak at the start of the war, and we actually lost ground over here. But now we're going to be finishing up the war and hopefully getting the achievement Bourbon for everyone, which you need to start out as Spain and get a standard of living of 20 while still maintaining the monarchy. We still have a monarchy. We're going to get off the monarchy as soon as we get the achievement. That's not very legitimate of us there. Yeah, it looks like there's no way to be very legitimate here. I wonder why. I guess maybe there hasn't been an election since Felipe came in arms, so it's not calculating the, Oh, from cover-up revealed. Fair enough. Yep. But it looks like we're going to enforce on Russia fairly soon here. In fact, they would take just the Russian, all the Russian stuff, but not the Liberated Ireland part, so we're just going to keep fighting. Russia's going to capitulate soon here, I think. We do have a landing, but it doesn't look like it's going to be successful here. So maybe we just enforce the Russian stuff, because I don't think we're going to get Lib Ireland, or this seems like unlikely to me. Now, why can't we propose the deal? Oh wait, we could propose this deal. Can also just wait a little bit, but we can also just get this peace out here. I think I like just getting the peace. Since this landing doesn't look like it'll be successful, I very much doubt we can land Ireland in time. So let's just propose the peace deal. A little bit unfortunate, but this is okay. So we do get Poland released. We will start bankrolling them, and then we will go through our bankrolls very, very quickly and just try and see what we can do. Ooh, I think we do want to, we must have a truce with New Granada, so this is unfortunate. Some guys got assigned over here, I assume. Oh, that's not our thing, actually. Whatever it is, it's not ours. So we'll take a look at the bankrolls, trying to get people into the market, and think about what war we want to declare next. I assume you're defending the borders. They removed the penalty from incompatible governments or whatever, and instead it's now just kind of defending the borders. We'll absolve the obligation to make them happier with us. We will stop improving relations and instead just bankroll them. With Uruguay, I think we just wanted to get them in the customs union. I don't think we wanted to protectorate them because they're too small, and they are already in the customs union, so we'll stop bankrolling them. Free up a little bit of Diplo. Shaanxi, we are waiting to see if they can get them in a customs union. And they're in the customs union. Xi'an, but we wanted to puppet them. Poland we just started, and you guys we just started. Okay. Fair enough on all counts. Oil is the future. This place is the most effective. We, of course, will build up the oil immediately. And then we'll play a little bit of whack-a-mole, although the auto queue is surprisingly really good at managing infrastructure. I think some of that in Bolivar is also devastation. Most of this is lack of market access because we are getting our convoys raided, which of course is not ideal. We are, let's take a quick look over here. We are incorporating, okay, so, yeah, we're 2/3 of the way incorporated. We do have an infrastructure problem there, though. We'll build a couple to take care of that. And we have been trying, let's check in on our experiment. We did swap over off of multiculturalism, which is, so multiculturalism I still think is best by a large shot, but in order to get cultures to assimilate, you need to not be on multiculturalism, and so I just wanted to see if there's like a lagging effect where you could maybe integrate stuff faster by getting them to be like mostly your primary culture by converting some of them. So if we search by Spanish, we'll see that they're starting to convert to Spanish a little bit more here. But it's still not a lot. This place has been like 2.5k to 3.7, and it's nowhere near majorities, which is what you need to be able to convert them faster. So the assimilation's not been that good. We get an obligation from Canada. I think that we can protectorate them. So we're going to check our infamy. It's low, so we'll just protectorate Canada now, using the obligation. And then once they are protectorate, we'll start damaging relations. Oil rush subsides, rubber rush, and then we'll start damaging relations. We do want to get the United States into our market, but they have to leave the UK's market for this to work. Don't think I want to give traction to the Conservative Party. I think they won the last election. Oh wow, the fascists are winning right now. The fascists are clapping everyone. Jeez. That's a shocker. There are not even that many of them. The landowners somehow... Oh, the landowners got boosted out because our... we had an Intelligentsia king, and then they left, and so they boosted these guys out. That's unfortunate. The Communist Party's not doing too hot. Yeah. And I think in order for us to get the legitimacy from having the head of state and government, we might need to have the landowners in. Yeah, we will want to swap off. As soon as we pip the achievement, we're going to want to swap off of monarchy. It is not doing it for us, as it were. I think let's just go in, and we're going to make sure every single place here has clothes. Let's see. 51. You have it. We could also put it on auto expand, although that place is probably overbuilt in general. Look how high it's building just off the auto build on the tools. Did I? No, I did not. Whoop, I misclicked. No. Are you auto-expanding? You're not. How about you? You're not. Getting a little bit lazy about this because we have like half of our construction queue is automated, but I think we should try and be better about it. Especially now, it's starting to get a little bit harder to fill out the queue. I really wish you could set things different for incorporated versus unincorporated. We'll do that instead of put that on auto expand as well. Auto expand. I was gonna say we'll do that instead of the clothes. Still encouraging manufacturing here, so let's build something else up here, I think. We can do glassworks. The Integralist Party wins. The votes are just so spread out, it's really not ideal. That should fill out our queue quite nicely. Could maybe add more construction, but we definitely don't need it for the objective. In fact, let's go, baby. We're so close. Just need to get standard of living to 20. Upper strata are lavish. Our economy's super stratified. I don't get such a high stratification very often. Come on. You can do it. You know the expression, a watch pot never boils. A watch standard of living never ticks over to 20. I just want to watch it when it happens. I mean, I suppose we'll know when it happens because the achievement will pop up, but, yeah. We also kind of have this other war handled. We get the Dye Works accident event, my favorite event. Several workers died today at the North Borneo Dye Works when industrials, blah 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 of hot dye accidentally spilled over the workshop floor on unsuspecting workers. We all die sooner or later. Or we get to juice the trade unions, which we are trying to get back over 20%, so we get the better bonus. And now they are powerful. Hiya. 20% manufacturing industry throughput. That should surely kick us over at 20. Right? Everyone gets paid a little bit more. Right? 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 I would like to speak to the manager. There's 20. Now where's the achievement? Is this paradox math? Or is this because we formed Iberia? Please don't be because we formed Iberia. Get an obligation for the Ottomans. Oh, is it because we formed Iberia? Come on. Have an average standard of living of at least 20 while remaining a monarchy. We started as Spain. That's the exact language. Here, let's reread it. Starting as Spain, which is what we did, have an average standard of living of at least 20, which we have, while remaining on monarchy, which we are. I guess maybe you have to get over 20? Not sure. Oh, we could have stuck our finger in their pie. Not anymore. Now, let's just take a quick look around. South German mass migration. You'll love to see it. We are trying to depress the price of fabric, or sorry, clothes, specifically to raise the SOL. It's kind of one of the big reasons for doing that, but making so much 20. Oh my god, it's bugged. You kidding me? Yeah. We're gonna take a save here. And we are gonna try and release play as Spain, maybe. To fix this. Where's our SOL? Yeah, we get bourbon for everyone. Yeah. So, we of course are just gonna reload. But that's good to know. You can just release, Spain to do that. We of course are not going to play as Spain, although that would be an interesting run. Spain's built tall enough, or like most of the Spanish territories are built tall enough that that might be like feasible. Or like I think we'd be stronger than Iberia. What's this? Okay, there we go. Now, of course, we could reform the government. Not very acceptable, but we're going to switch to parliamentary republic now. Some people are really going to hate this, but we've had enough of this monarchy business. Of course, we run a whole bunch of negatives now, but that's fine. Yeah, some of these guys are real unhappy. Trade unionists are real happy, though, and they have the best bonus. These guys are all real happy. I think we're kind of happy with this arrangement. Yeah, that's exciting. We will continue playing for a little bit, but this might be the last episode. Not exactly sure what we'll do. Now, why can't we protectorate you? Oh, we don't have enough Diplo because the landowners are so mad at us. Alright, fair enough. Can we rival someone? Just Austria and the US. The United States of whom can become... We can get into our customs union, but not Austria. But Austria is not that far off. What do you have to decay below? I guess you're never decaying below that, huh? So we could just rival you. You're antagonistic anyways. What is this? Oh. Yeah. Little Mapuche uprising. Fair enough. I'm very happy that we could just release Spain and get the achievement. That would have been pretty scuffed if that was not the case. We do have a movement to preserve monarchy, but hopefully they don't get too mad. I think we're going to keep both these guys. I think both these guys are pro-swapping. Who's pro-swapping? Let's just double check. Oh, just Intelligentsia and trade unionists. I don't think that would be legitimate. Yeah, that would not be legitimate. Our obligation with us expired. But we can declare war now. So let's declare neutrality here. And declare neutrality here. And I think we have quite a few protectorates that we want to integrate, and they will be people we are damaging relations with, and I think that this is the biggest one because we want to build a canal, and so we will dominion you, and then we'll raise a couple armies. Just a couple to do that. Why is this guy in here? Interesting. Well, I think we'll just send a small boyo over there. Was that Brazil? That is Brazil. Alright, we'll send a small and a big boyo. Multiple boyos. I think that, we're not going to ask anything of Brazil. Maybe war reps. I guess we'll just ask everyone for war reps. We could only make the New Granadan ones primary, which we don't want to do. Did that say the United States joined against us? No, it didn't. Okay. That is a lot of negative bureaucracy, though. Let's see if we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere. Not really. Too much. We are waiting on stuff to decrease, because we are decreasing our institution for colonialism. Let's decrease it all the way. Let's go all the way tonight. Let's just 51 this, which should leave us in a pretty good spot when that finishes. Ecuador breaks off the customs union. It's sad, but it makes sense. It's because they're antagonistic. We will start bankrolling them again, just in case this backs down. It'll break the bankroll. I think when we get to war, you cannot bankroll someone to fight you. Crazy Japan has not yet gotten on the colonization plan. And, you know, we can't do it for them. They're not defending the borders. We're going to start bankrolling them and hope to get an obligation. That's wild. They almost always, like, stay on that for forever. Ecuador starts a significant import route for engines. You have to wonder what else they're going to import. This is uncomfortable. It's actually only 4% tax waste, which I suppose is not enormous. Getting off of monarchy has a good chance to stall out. Bourbon for everyone. Suppose it hurts our map to lose Ecuador. It's such a nice looking map. We have such a big market. Han Uprising. Where's that at? Against Great Britain? Is that this? So you can, in theory, maybe get the Han Empire. Maybe you can you release Han from China? Maybe I want to do a Han run then. That's interesting. Something to check. Get an obligation from South Africa. I think what we want to do is we want to invite them to the customs union. Actually, let's try doing the trade agreement first and see if they'll accept the customs union for nothing then. Probably not. We will invite Western Australia to the customs union. Yeah, we were just going to invite these guys to the customs union. The union expands, larger and larger, ever larger. I really hope that there is a system for foreign direct investment. Like, we would love to be able to, like, build up some of the stuff here. Be like, yo, if we pay for it, will you, expand all these minos? Looks like this might pop off. They are minus 75, but they're very pessimistic, but it's an existential war because we're subjugating them, but we're not annexing them. So annexing does seem to make it, yeah. Unfortunate. Probably just gonna land Brazil here as well. Urbano. And Ecuador. We'll land Candido, or whatever his name is. Main reason we're going after New Granada, in addition to them having a decent amount of resources, is we want to build the Panama Canal at some point. In time, make trade a little bit better. We finish all those bureaucratic administrations and watch as they employ, and this just plummets, right? Right? The initial minus 400 was just the economies of scale throughput bonus, I believe. Yeah, they haven't even, they need a tick to employ. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. We'll have a ton of excess, but this is fine. I think there's one place here where we didn't build the clothes up. We'll do that now. Are some of these places more chalked up than the capital state? You know, something I've been noticing, like, there's more factories here than I think there is in the capital state, and one of the reasons why is the capital state, we have this 51 government admin and 51 university. It might be the case now that you want your primary build tall place to not be the capital, which is awkward, because we have a decree to encourage manufacturing here in the capital. In fact, why don't we get rid of this And this, because we're going to have to get rid of those two eventually. Wow, transportation taxes is effective. We don't want to do this because we want our pops to consume as much transportation as possible to keep our subsidies down, but that is interesting. Only paying 152k in subsidies, which, considering how, if you look at our interest and our overall, like, as it compares to the credit, that's really not a lot. But also, deficit spending is going to get worse and worse, right? If our investment pool transfer is this small, where do we find the reinvestment thing? Is it in construction? Because it's being modified by this, it's getting this tiny modifier. So, like, when the investment pool gets less and less valuable, it means your entire, like, the entire way you evaluate laws has to change as well. Because, you know, they're not reinvesting. So graduated taxation is way better if they're not reinvesting. So while the reinvestment is high, per capita taxation can be nice because it juices the industrialists. But when they're not reinvesting, you want to swap to graduated, like, relatively early. I believe. What is this about? I mean, you can't join in on it. But they can't get to the front. All these guys are just going to keep revving and revving, and there's nothing the UK can do because they can't get to the front, and they're going to rev because they have zero market access, right? So they're all going to slowly get free of the British, which is why you release the Dutch, the East India Company rather, or the British Raj and Baroda, is because all these don't have access through. And they're, yeah, like all these guys internal. They have no land access, so they're all just gonna go, like, fully rev. Looks like we get our landings off. But people get reassigned to different fronts or whatever. I guess we're fine to let them advance, close up the fronts, do their thing. Maybe. Let's just mobilize this guy and move him over here. Just in case. And now we can fill up the construction queue. What I'm going to do here, though, is turn on auto construction and everything in the capital. So I'm going to go here and let everything auto expand that isn't... actually, just let everything auto expand that we know is in incorporated states. Because we generally want to build the incorporated states higher, and we cannot build the resources out in unincorporated states anymore because there's no more left. No more resources, not unincorporated states. Although we are floating a bunch of extra bureaucracy right now, so it's possible we want to think about expanding that type of stuff. I think we're probably going to overbuild munitions in these places, but this is fine. I also wish that there was a way to set it so that you could bifurcate between incorporated and unincorporated, because the strategy that we have is different for each one, and you can't at this point in the game. We're just setting everything on auto-expand, and then we'll come in and first take a look at the infrastructure problems that we have. And we will solve them. That should be good. And I think then we'll add 5 more in Toledo, even though they don't need them. And then behind that, we're going to 51 some things in Toledo. So you're not fully employing. I don't think you will. Alright, we'll just do this. Switch back. And then we'll 51 tools. And art. And steel. Subjugate New Granada. We'll add a few more. Now we're just getting war reps off of these guys. should be relatively quick. We're floating this extra because I want to get off monarchy a little faster, and I also want to juice our pops up a little bit in regards to that. We are on minimum taxes at this point. But yeah, I think what has made, I've been wondering in my head, you know, why, so before graduated taxation's like never been, or it's rarely been better than proportional. And then, but now it makes us more money in terms of more money for our pie rather than the people's pie is taking away from the rich people. And then we've also noticed that the upper strata are doing better than they normally do. And the reason why is because they're not reinvesting. They're not reinvesting as much because of the new modifier, right? Where this is being multiplied by 0.36. Now, I don't know exactly what it means by multiplied by 0.36. Well, it seems that the pops are keeping the money, so they're just choosing to invest less, which for us is, I mean, it's fine, but it means that now it's much, much better to go graduated taxation later if you are trying to take pops from them, or try to take money from them. They're trying to, yeah, sure, we'll help you out, bud. Actually, maybe we shouldn't have done that. We kind of want to be able to declare wars, but it's kind of whatever. We get to keep this guy in the market. He is in the market, so. They pieced out. And they changed their name to Hunan? Interesting. South Africa wants an alliance? I don't think so. Yeah, neither wants to give war reps. Suppose I don't really care too much about the war reps, though, either. So we could just peace out here, actually. Just to move things along, let's check our infamy. So we should, I believe we can declare a war despite being involved in this. If I'm not mistaken, which I obviously can be. But yeah, we can't start a war. So, oh no, wait, we can. That's a hefty. Why is that so much? Population. What's their pop? That has been cranking up. New World, the pops just crank way up. So like, is Chile gonna be a problem? No, they're not gonna be a problem to annex. Fascinating. Sure, promotion to whoever wants them. Well, we can afford this authority dip right now, while we're trying to pass parliamentary republic and just floating extra. Do we have a subject that's annexable that would allow us to build a lot of resources out? I think the answer is no. So do we have someone who's puppetable, or yeah, dominionable? Dynam would be decent. Ethiopia. We wanted to open Ethiopia's market. New Granada, we don't need to damage relations with anymore. Scandinavia, we can dominion. This seems like a good one. Nice little bit of map painting. And they do have a bunch of resources there eventually. And then we can ask for war reparations to make it more likely that they back down. Get an obligation from Sokoto. I don't know. Okay. They are defending the borders. They are not once we get an obligation from them, which is wild. You are defending the borders. You are defending the border. Oh, we could change you to customs union. Use the obligation. Let's go, baby. Customs union grows. You're defending the borders, I assume. Oh, nope, we just need an obligation here. And we can protectorate the East India Company. We can protectorate the Sikh Empire. Let's take a look at our infamy. Can we afford that? Not really, but let's just double check. I think they did make it so that you get more modifiers now. So can we afford 3.5 infamy? I think we can. We can just barely, so we'll use the obligation and we'll do it. After they say yes, we'll start damaging relations. And now we can't protectorate anyone else, because if we do, we will go over 25. I suppose we can. It's not that big a deal. We definitely would if it was Japan. They didn't join, did they? No. Conquer Saxe, Myanmar. Very chatted up North German Confederation. Look at this. British proletarian revolt. No, we can't join either side. That's funny. You get tanks. So we could swap to tanks. I mean, we're not involved in too big a war. This is the primary juicer, though. So we swap to tanks and still beat them? I think the answer is yes. Let's do it, baby. We don't want to swap to gas. I don't really like the gas one. And we might need to build a place specifically for airplanes. So let's add that. And we're going to make airplanes only here. And put it on auto expand. Embargo. Yeah. British are embargoing the British. You'll love to see it. No active research. Really doesn't matter. I suppose flash freezing is kind of okay. Same with dough rollers. I mean, I do like stormtroopers. Let's go aircraft carrier. Or actually, battleships okay, I guess. We will have a pretty severe penalty on our PMs, but we have more than enough to go after Scandinavia only. They are very fearful. And they have loans. And we have war reps in there. France sides with Saxe-Myanmar, making things interesting. Of course, Saxe-Myanmar is inside the North German Federation, so that's... They can't get to the front. So that should be easy work for them. Alright, we are going to try and... that was a weird visual thing. We're trying to 51 some of these places that have some things. Ecuador wants a trade agreement? Sure, dog. Do you want back in the customs union or what? I'm gonna bankroll you and try and get you back in. Oh, we can... That's a nice bit of map painting as well. Oh, can we just owe an obligation? Yeah, let's do it, baby. Actually, let's wait for us to decay. It's a little risky in case they say no, but I think it's fine. What is our, yeah, 21k. I wonder who's the next biggest economy? France. I wonder what theirs is. That's half. That's still pretty strong. We get a parliamentary republic. Hell yeah, brother. We will have to lift up... Probably actually... Let's stop bolstering the Communist Party. Because they should be able to take care of themselves a lot better now with parliamentary republic. And then maybe we go universal suffrage in a sec. Kind of want to get onto this. I think we kind of gotta... Yeah, like everyone's wealthy now, so the fact that we have wealth voting is a nothing burger. But what would be our most legitimate government? Not these guys. Just the trade unionists alone. That's funny. Yep, okay. And then, oh, it looks like they're got a thing. We'll remove the consumption tax on that. We already have max gov wages on everything. And I guess, since we're here, oop, don't want to go isolationist. We can go graduated taxation. Which is going to kneecap the landowners. If they can even stay around. Actually, will this cause a revolution? I think this might cause a revolution. No, looks like it won't. What's this? Is that Scandinavian? Oh jeez, that's Scandinavian territory right there. That's funny as hell. Alright, well we're gonna send someone there. I guess we had a general die. Somewhere. Now, will this revolution... Yeah, it won't be enough, but it will create radicals. But I think that... Well, is this the most important thing to pass? Or is universal suffrage more? I don't know. Get a war with Scandi. I don't think it matters which one we use. Which boyo. We get an obligation from the Japanese Shogunate. So now we can really protectorate them. Although we could before. Keen on decaying this. Yeah, we just get occupied there, that's fine. North German Fed's quite strong. Let's take a look at how our cultural conversion attempt is going. So this one is kind of the one we've been watching. There's less Spanish people there. That's not how we drew it up. Boss Congo, 1K. These numbers are not... Assimilation does not seem to be pulling the weight here on the migration. Also, I think that... Can we see, like, exactly when? No, we're still getting decent migration. There's no, like, discernible part in the graph when we swapped off. Really? Off of multiculturalism. But we are getting, like, a lot of guys from radicals, and I think it's from discrimination. Decreases in standard of living. It's not too much from discrimination, I guess. That's a lot of buildings. I do think this causes a lot of lag. I wish there was kind of a better way to like deal with it or turn it off or whatever. It's all on auto construction, so they're all trying to kick up the queue a bit. All these places are profitable. Let's see, what do you got? Do you not have tools here? Let's build 51 of tools. Tools is often just good. Path to socialism completed. Alright. Wage subsidies, don't like that. Regulatory bodies, don't mind that. Do we want it? Maybe. Or we could juice up the trade unionists. I think the trade unionists is fine, so we'll do this. And we get regulatory bodies instantly, which is a little bit nice. So one of the PMs will want to wind up as we wind colonial affairs down. The Veiled Protectorate. I didn't even realize this was procced. We can, of course, protectorate them now. Can we owe them an obligation? I think we just proc the event, yeah. Well, yeah, I think this is fine. Oh, we get Veiled Protectorate. Right? And this takes us up to Infamous, but we'll decay out of it pretty soon, yeah. And we complete the Veiled Protectorate. Now we could take Prestige and Infamous, or whatever. And the Ottoman Empire doesn't like that. They're in a customs union. Actually, no. Well, we're getting the Ottomans deteriorate by 20 no matter what. But we can get Prestige, or we can get Egypt liking us. I think we want the Prestige, because we actually want to decay relations with the other boyos. And so hopefully Kebab doesn't take it too personal. We do have the bigger customs unit on the back of that. We get an obligation from Poland. Excellent. We will absolve it. They're disinterested in us, though. Actually, let's not absolve it. Let's see what we can do here with the Polish market. If we do a bunch of trade goods to and from them, it's likely that we can just customs union them with this obligation. So we're going to try and see what we can do. And see if this will get them off of disinterested. So we can export tools, luxury clothes, tea, and fertilizer to them. Tools. Fertilizer wasn't very good as an export, but we can export a lot of this as well. And luxury, both the luxuries. And we'll send it to them as well. And then what else? Fabric engines we can do. Send them to Austria as well. I guess we should have been kind of looking more closely at exporting a lot of finished goods to try and make our market a certain way. And then the Polish market, let's take a look. What's cheap? Silk? How do you have silk? Cheap silk? You must be importing it from someone. But we could import wood, lead, and furniture from you? And we're actually going to take a look at a whole bunch of what we can import and export. So let's go and just start off from the very top of the list. We want to import coal if anyone's selling it. North German's selling a little bit. Alright, coffee if anyone's selling it. Nope, no one's doing a really large volume. We can import dyes from Austria and Oyo. So we will. Fabric, love to import it from them, and sure, why not some of them as well. Alright, fertilizer, probably not going to import it. Kind of want it expensive. The auto queue has definitely changed, like, the way that some of this is, like, kind of looks later on, because we have built a ton of these, like, input goods stuff, because it's been profitable. So I guess we have to be more attentive to avoiding making it profitable. Want to import grain. Ooh. Depress the price of grain. Wow. These guys are making real cheap groceries, so we could probably make our own groceries. Why can't we import from you? We already have one. Got it. Lead. Definitely want to import a lot of lead. Meat. Sure. Oil. Nope. None can... we'll import some opium as well. Paper, porcelain, nope. Rubber. Silk. A little bit. Sulfur? Sure. Tea. Yep. Telephones? Nope. Tobacco? Kinda. Alright, so that's all the import routes. Now let's try and export as much as we can. Finished goods. Definitely want to supply our brothers. Oh, baby. And this should make them behave a lot differently. But we also had a bunch of convoys we weren't using, you know? Can we export ironclads? We can. Which is going to make them have a problem when they try and fight us. Don't want to export any of that. Telephones? Nope. Alright. So now, hopefully we build a lot more industry. Specifically, man, I was shocked at how many people we could profitably import furniture from. So I guess we want to kind of get on that in our home territories a little bit. Why don't we 51 this? Is there furniture in the capital? We can make it in the capital. Is there furniture here? There is. A bunch of significant import routes. This should feel pretty good. We have 2 landings going off, so that should handle that. We are infamous, so currently we won't be able to, let's say, protectorate them because of our infamy level. But once we come back down, we should be able to protectorate Japan then. After doing Egypt. Although Japan's definitely a lot better to go for than Egypt, but the main reason why is you're siphoning off pops is your like primary thing, and Japan just has way more pops. Although both are in our market, so it's kind of whatever. We can already siphon off the pops. So maybe it doesn't really matter. Egypt also, notably, you can grow opium there. We are getting resisted. This is because we just swapped PMs. So... might have shot ourselves in the foot a little bit on that one. I think maybe we want bigger navy. No, we don't need a bigger navy. Yeah, just too many penalties from swapping over RPMs. They might get independence. This is tragic. We'll reinvade this with like 50 stack or something. Yeah, with this guy. Although we are killing a significant, this might be, they might be decaying more because they've lost a much bigger, yeah, they've lost half their guys and we've just lost 20% of our guys. So they are decaying pretty quick into this as well. Tax reforms. We'll take the enactment chance on this. Innovation's not really useful because we've kind of got all the techs we want, to be honest. Germany gets formed, finally. Is this the new Great Britain, or is this the one that's always hated us? It is the one that's always hated us. Didn't know if they won the revolt or not. At first you do not succeed, try again. This is notably just keeps on going up and up and up, this number. So we'll try with Felix and Urbano next. We could just try it now. I think I confused myself. Okay, wait. We're just gonna have both escort convoys now. Both those battles are scuffed. You will land with Felix up here. Okay. You will land with Urbano down here. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard for me. I kept messing it up. Because these battles are, we're not gonna win those. I wonder though, if you're not landing, if they just all like die. Because they have no way to get home. And this is intentional. I think it's just bugged where it lets you move the ships off of it before it's finished. I think it's, yeah, I think it's just a bug. Hopefully we're not condemning all those men to their deaths. That would not be ideal. And then we have this down here, where we just full occupied. Now we're gonna want you to escort the convoys to... Oh. You're already escorting to the same region you were before. Cool. This place is almost incorporated. Just another 5 years. I think we wanted to build more furniture and more of this. So we'll set you on auto expand and auto expand. Add a couple of these in the back. Add a few more railroads in the front. I think this is going to be a white piece, and we don't want that. Although they wouldn't get independence if we white piece out. I didn't see the other tech, but we do get railroads, so that's nice. No. Do not want the white piece, MIM. I do not want it with the fan. Can we... Nope. Can we bankroll you yet? The answer is no. My number is no. My bankroll is no. You gotta let it go. Kebab is probably not too happy with us. Are we decayed below? Yep, so we could now get Japan in. I think we're gonna wait. Well, if they get out defending the borders again, we'll never get them. And I don't think the people who we didn't want to alienate are now in our market anyways, so I don't think we're gonna alienate these guys out of our market. Well, really not them, so we're gonna just make it a protectorate on Japan. And then we'll start damaging relations with them. Ooh. Morocco, we're not gonna be able to pull in with the obligations here, I doubt. After Japan agrees to be subjugated. So we'll just absolve with Morocco to make them friendly. And we'll start damaging relations with Japan. Now that they are protectorate. Well, looks like this is going to be much more successful. A landing. Our guy retires, and by retires I mean dies. That's what that means. So he is trending towards what party? He doesn't know. Free Trade Party. Let's see, we have insufficient tax capacity. We do in a few places. Aragon. Western Australian talent. Let's take a look at how good he is. He's not even that good. We'll absolve the obligation though. That we have anyway. I think our economy is really taken off here. I think those trade routes helped a bit. Yep, both of these are looking good. And once we finish this one, they will start decaying at -10 a tick. Which is pretty significant. I think we are going to also build food industries here. Do we have a negative? We don't even have a malice. From we have unused arable land. Ooh, unused arable land gives a plus bonus? That's interesting. Yeah, let's take a quicker look at that. I'm just gonna add one, probably fine. Unused arable land. Can we hover it? No, we can't hover for detail. And employment gives a ton as well. So they have reworked this with the unused arable land and employment being two new modifiers, right? We get an obligation from the Ottomans, kebabbers. Probably just absolve, because I don't think we're going to protectorate them off of this until we're friendly. Let's find our highest tier government admin. Navarra. We're going to start building tall in Navarra on this and try and move towards the economies of scale bonus. And our naval invasions are both successful. We're just pushing in here. Yeah. They are hosed. And so they will decay 13 a tick, and we're decaying just 2 a tick. So should be able to get this pretty comfortably. Unless I'm misunderstanding something, there does seem to be. Oh, they can't be. We can't. Why can't we? It says we can't be reduced below 0. That's just a bug because we have been reduced below 0. I don't think we can afford that negative bureaucracy. We lose our obligation with New Africa. I think they were defending the borders, so yeah. We will get another one eventually. I guess we had to be a little bit more aggressive with building new industries and putting them on auto-expand. Significant import. I saw something about an obligation, but then it went away. They always do. We don't need to be damaging relations anymore with Scandinavia. South Africa. Alright, we subjugate them. Just waiting for that color to change. Oh yeah, baby. The yellow Scandi. We already have a lot of infamy, so we will look for someone really small to incorporate. So I probably Bulligan here. Yeah, it's just gonna accrue just 2 infamy. And so we will still get our decay on, but just a little bit. And as our economy continues to grow, the reinvestment multiplier keeps getting smaller and smaller. We can switch on to arc welded. Just completely go burr. Probably something for next episode, though. I just realized how long this episode's gone. So I'm gonna call it an episode here. We've gotten the achievement, so we've gotten what we wanted out of this run. I'm not sure if this is gonna be the last episode. Maybe play a little bit longer. There's really nothing left to accomplish here. So let's just quickly review over like where we are. Number 1 great power. We have a prestige that's 4x the next guy. Although I suppose this metric makes you really want to beat on the next guy. We finally beat Great Britain down. Although it is pretty nice if you take a look. All these guys are all pretty close to each other, so that's pretty cool. The way that stuff seems to automatically unfold seems quite a lot nicer in 1.2 overall. GDP is way bigger than the next guys. SOL pretty high, and also how we got the achievement, it's actually the highest. And population is close to the highest, but the Great Xing is in our market. We are siphoning off pops from them as well, and notably we can't. Oh, we can protectorate them too. What are you guys? Are you guys not considered? You're an unrecognized major power, but we can protectorate you. Interesting. That's wild. We're gonna start bankrolling them with the hope eventually of protectorating them. That's super crazy. So this really changes the metagame of like the best way to expand, because you can get such a huge protectorate, and so yeah, that's wild. The bankroll is gonna be expensive. It's probably gonna be over 100k, but that's fine. It's whatever. How much is? Yeah, it's 120. That's crazy. But let's see, SOL, you know, this is like the smoothest SOL curve I've had, and just the slowly going up, I think is kind of where you want to go. There's like no volatility to it whatsoever, and I think a big part of that is conquering Beijing early kind of gave us a steady influx of pops to work in places and this type of thing. It starts out as like 16 million. They've been steadily losing pops, and these pops have been I don't know what this clout thing's about. 0 clout there. It's unincorporated, but it should have clout. They should just be half clout. Yeah, so like these places have clout, but some are just bugged to have 0 clout. Or just 100% arm, whatever. Population pretty steady. You know, all this stuff. Overall, a nice, interesting run. Still might continue it, not really sure. We did start a war, but I'm curious about being able to protectorate Great Qing just seems like such a big deal because there's so much pops there. And if we protectorate them, then we can dominion them afterwards. Like, right now I think we cannot dominion them because, well, we can dominion them. What? But these guys we shouldn't because they're not eligible due to their rank being major power. But this unrecognized major power we can. That's interesting. Who else is a major power? Let's take a look. So East India is a major power, but we could protectorate them. Why can we protectorate? I guess you can't. You just can't do it through war, but you can do it diplomatically. That changes things. That is wild. So you can diplomatically protectorate anyone and then dominion them, I'm assuming. Maybe I'm mistaken. Are they limited to minor power? Due to being a subject of Iberia, they can't be higher than minor power, I guess. And Mexico is a minor power due to being a subject of Iberia, but Mexico is just a... Oh no, wait, no, they are a... Alright, so is Canada limited? So you can protectorate someone, which forces them into minor power, maybe? And once they're in minor power, but they're not in minor power. Interesting. So I guess I'm curious to see if we protectorate Great Qing, will they drop to unrecognized regional power from unrecognized major power and make them eligible? Although it seems that they're eligible to be vassalized. And that's not even that much infamy. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not... He's still giving them minus 30% juice. Anyways, yep, this has been Spain. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.